Good day, listeners and viewers. My name is Evangelist Cem Cdii from Child Development International Institute Headquarters, Ilorin, and we are here to have a discussion on how to raise children that are emotionally strong. Emotionally strong children are children who can recognize, understand, express, and manage their emotion in healthy way. Our emotions such as fear, disappointment, without being overwhelmed by them. Here in the studio, I have children-oriented ministers who are here to discuss more on this topic. Here I have,
Sister Edith Eji. Ọlọ́run gbàgbé mi Ọlọ́run Joshua.
Shaibu Roslyn.
thank you,
Shaibu Roslyn.
thank you. Pastor Edith, you are going to talk with us on raising children who can handle life's challenges. Oh, sorry. Okay, what does it mean for a child to be emotionally strong?
Thank you. Good day, listeners and viewers. Before I can answer the question, I would like to define what emotions is or what emotions are. Emotion is a heart instant reaction that happens around us or inside of us. Example are joy, sadness, grief, anger, fear, surprise. God designed us with emotion. If you can remember in our scriptures, Jesus was moved by emotion when he got to the tomb of Lazarus. And there he was able to control his emotions and he still did the needful. So emotion is not bad, just a signal. It pumps up in us like a traffic light. Green, blue, green, red. So I would like to define emotionally strong child. If I answer the question again, emotionally strong child has learned and to understand, to manage his or her emotion. He is able to control and be stable in his or her surroundings. When moved by emotion, by crying, or when she became angry or she cried or something happened to her, she will be able to control herself because of the strength she has in her already, because of the foundation has built on her, on him or her already. Jesus Christ did that at the tomb of Lazarus. When a child is disappointed, maybe he failed an examination, a child can gather up himself, say, Mommy, I will write it again. Or Daddy, I know what I would, I know where I made mistake. That's emotionally strong child. Some children are not emotionally strong. They can cry all day, they can forget, they can lose their grip. But a strong emotional child knows what to do at a particular time. He seeks help where it's necessary. He can accept corrections without looking like Dundee, just looking, crying, while others are doing other things that concerns them. Then I would like us to look at the signs of emotion that made a child emotionally strong. One of the signs is the value. He or she has a value. Like look at the Bible, the Daniel we discussed about Daniel as a child. She was a teenager, but when she went on exile, to Babylon, the teachings she had from the foundation helped him to stand like emotionally stable child, be able to tell to the king or the officials, I will not eat this food. I will not eat the king's food. I will stay fasting with my people. Let's just give us 10 days or 3 days. Let us see. Give us water and vegetable. Daniel, I can say, is an emotionally stable child. Another one is the mindset of a child and the calmness of the child. He bounces back whenever is being held, anything, whenever he makes mistake or one thing or the other. And he set boundaries for herself. He will know who is who. He'll be able to sit up. He'll be able to know what he should do as a child, are able to say no to a particular thing and so and say yes to a particular thing. And also the body language too. You're able to, whenever she's or she is emotionally challenged, you're able to say, she can sleep peacefully, she can go and eat her food, than crying and wailing, complaining. So an emotionally strong child, everything depends on the foundation and the training that he got from the home. Praise the Lord.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Esther. Evangelist Joshua, I want you to talk more on this. What can parents do to build emotional strength in their children?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Well, there are various ways whereby parents can build an emotionally strong child or children. We have various ways, but I'll just mention just a few. I'll mention like three. The first thing is that the parent needs to create a safe environment for the child. Uh, how do I mean? What I mean is that when the child enters into a trouble or has a challenge, he has this confidence that okay, I have someone to pour my heart to. So he has a home to always run to. Just like the prodigal son, when he came back to his senses, he ran to his father, and and his father did not do short. Okay, so his father accepted him. So as a parent or as a proposing parent to be, one thing we need to do is to create a safe environment for our children. Let them confide in us. Okay, so when they run into trouble, we don't bully them. Okay, we don't mock them. We don't reject them. So we make them feel comfortable and feel relieved. Okay, and number two is that we need to do more of listening than correcting. We have come to a age whereby people have a default answer to every challenges. Okay, so as a counselor or as a caregiver or as a parent, we need to do more of listening than correcting. We are not negating the place of correction, but uh, we should allow the child or our children to, we should listen to them, even let them speak how the whole matter went. So we should create an avenue of an open-ended discussion. Okay, what, like question like what, how, where, when. This will create confidence in the child. It will make the child feel home, even though what he has done is wrong. And after that, we cannot place correction where needed. And lastly, I would say that as a parent, we need to raise or train. We need to expose our children to the fact that we should not solve every problem for them. We need to raise problem-solving children. Not we are not supposed to. We are not the one to dictate for them how they should solve every problem. Let them let us open it up to them. Okay, what is your opinion to this? What do you think we can do to this? What is your, even in a family setting, we can we can have a family altar, whereby we come together and we listen to the opinions of our children. So but by this we make them to have a confidence. We allow them to be able to think and to be critical in their conversations. So thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Evangelist Joshua. Evangelist Mrs. Shaibu, I want you to help us to talk more on this topic. What are some things parents should avoid if they want to raise emotionally strong children?
Thank you, Ma. Good day, my viewers and listeners. In Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10, the Bible says, finally, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. being strong in the Lord here and the brethren here, children, are inclusive. Now, having understand that children are included among those that are to be strong emotionally, there are things we do as parents that can kill their emotions. And some of those things, God will help us as we notice them to avoid those things, so that it will help them to be able to stand well and face whatsoever challenges that comes their way. One of the things we can avoid as parents to help them to become emotionally balanced is avoiding saying they are too young. No, these ones, they are too young. Leave them. Leave them. Let them sleep. They should not come for devotion. They are just coming from school. Leave them. We will go to church. Let them stay behind. Once you are doing that to children, it will help them not to be emotionally balanced. Another thing we have to stop doing also is to avoid killing I can do syndrome in our children. You know, a child will come up and say, this I can do, I can carry this, I can do this. A parent will now say, no, you are too young, you are too small, you can't do this. So by so doing, you are not releasing that child to build up to a point that he can stand the challenges of time emotionally. So God help us to avoid that too. Avoid over pampering. You have children, you over pamper them. When we take our mind back to the issue of Joseph, I saw that our father Jacob refused to over pamper Joseph, and that was why he was able to stand. He stood the challenge of time in his time, and God was able to help him to bring him to where he is supposed to be. Another thing we have to avoid also as parents, if we must raise emotionally strong children, is to avoid instilling fear in our children. You know, nowadays, a parent can get up, a child will get up and I said, I want to fast for 1 week. I'm going on 1 month fasting. And a parent, a father or a mother will not say, hey, you do that? Cancer, you are inviting ulcer. Ulcer will take over. You are too young. No, don't do that. Don't fast. You are not supposed to fast. We are fasting for you. Our own fasting should be able to take care of you. We should equally avoid that. And another thing we should equally avoid with children, that they must grow to become strong and well balanced emotionally again, is to avoid robbing them of their intimacy with Jesus himself. You know, in our time, when a child decided to say, I'm having quiet time, I'm praying, I'm having, no, this time, even without fasting, I'm praying, I want to pray. It is then that we as parents will say, come and give me plate. Come, go and buy sugar for me. Come, what are you doing? Which kind prayer is that? What are you doing inside that you are inside there? Abeg, leave that thing, Joe, and come. By so doing, we will kill the emotional strength that is in that child. I pray with these 3 points, God will be able to help us to avoid what we are supposed to avoid, to help these children to become emotionally strong and balanced in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you. Viewers, in conclusion, I still want to let us know that as parents, caregiver, we need to model emotional strength. Let the children see you doing right. You are not too big to apologize, even to the children, when you have done something wrong. Let them see you. Because most of these are children, they learn by example. And another thing is that our responsibility as parents is that as parent and caregiver is to create children who never experience, we are never to create to raise the children who never experience sadness, fear or disappointment or failure, but we are to raise the children who can navigate around that and become what God wants them to be. Thank you, our viewers. Happy viewing.